For the sesame seeds, I have here 2 ounces, but we're gonna need extra, okay? Because I'm gonna add another handful of sesame seeds, because I want to reserve a little bit. So when I serve the plate, okay? You're gonna take a pan and you are going to toast it. I'm gonna add just a little bit of salt. I'm gonna lower the heat because this is gonna jump. So try to toast it. This is gonna take about maybe 2 or 3 minutes to get toasted. How are you going to know this is done? Well, you're gonna try it. You're gonna take some, taste it, and see the flavor. And as you will keep toasting it, the flavor is gonna get more intense. So in about 2 or 3 minutes, this should be ready. If you taste it now, you will see it's changing its flavor. And this has such an intense flavor. And also the color is changing. I don't know if you could tell that at the beginning it was very, very white, and now it's becoming a little darker. Okay, so this is done. I already tasted it and it's done already. You could tell the color is different. So I'm gonna put my 2 ounces in a plate, and the rest that I'm gonna use to decor in another plate, just so that I don't get mixed up. For the cinnamon, you can add it like that, but I like to toast it because the flavor is gonna get more intense. So just gonna give it a quick toast it here in the pan. Try to find the Mexican cinnamon which has a lot of flavor. The way you can tell it's Mexican is because it's gonna break very easily in so many pieces. It's already releasing a lot of flavor. So I'm just gonna toast it for 1 minute and that's it, okay? I'm gonna turn off the heat. And we are almost done, so now I will tell you what is next. Okay guys, I'm in the other side of the kitchen and I have here all the stuff that I'm going to blend. I have the raisins with the anise and water. I have here the sesame seeds with the cinnamon. I have here everything that I fried, which is the peanuts, the cookies, and the yellow plantains. I have the peppers that have been soaked here for 1 hour. And I also have here the chipotles that also have been soaked for quite a while. So first I'm gonna mix all the peppers together. It doesn't matter because we are going to blend everything together, okay? First, what I'm gonna blend is going to be the sesame seeds with the cinnamon and with the water that is here on the peppers. I'm gonna take and I'm gonna add it here. I'm gonna add about 2 cups of liquid and I'm gonna blend this very, very well for about 2 or 3 minutes. Okay, so this has been already blended very well. I left this here for about 4 minutes because this really needs to blend very well, okay? I'm gonna place everything that I am blending in a container, a big container, okay? What I'm gonna blend is, here I have the raisins and the anise. I'm gonna blend everything. And I'm gonna add a little bit of everything, guys. Just I don't want to take a lot of time with this video, so just blend half of this fried stuff and half peppers and add water, and you guys are gonna do that until you're finished. If you need some more water, take more water, more clean water, and use that if you run out of this water. So I have placed already the raisins, so I'm gonna add a little bit of the fried stuff here. I'm gonna add maybe about 2 or 3 peppers. This is gonna take time, guys, okay? Just make sure to blend everything together and try to leave this a little bit on the thick side, okay? So I'm gonna add more liquid. I'm gonna blend this pretty well. And then after that, I'm gonna repeat. I'm gonna add a little bit of the, after this is done, I'm gonna add half of this, half of peppers, more of this water, liquid, and until I am finished, okay? After you finish blending, you're gonna take a strainer, not very small strainer, but something a little big, and strain it. We just want to remove big stuff, okay? We don't want to remove the small stuff because it can be here. There are some seeds and stuff which we don't want in the mole. So every time you blend something, bring it here and strain it. Okay guys, just to let you know, here in Mexico we have special grinders for mole, okay? But I'm gonna tell you something, out of Mexico you will not be able to find them. So you have to use the blender, and you need to have, you need to be very careful with it, because I'm gonna show you now what you are looking for. As long as you can see a circle in the middle of your blender, you're fine. But as you can see now on the screen, there is no circle in the middle. So this means your blender is struggling, and if you do not add water, it will burn. So as you can see later on this video, in a few seconds, I'm gonna add more liquid, because this is what you're looking for when you're blending something. You need to make sure it's well blended, and if you start to see this, like I said before, add more liquid like I am doing, and as long as you can see a tiny circle on the middle, you're gonna be fine. Okay, so this is the finished stuff, that's everything blended here. I also use a lot of water that I took out of the bottles. Okay, you guys have a lot of options here, because you can either cook the chicken and separate with the broth, blend this, okay? But it's just way too much work. So what I like to do is, here is the chicken, and I have here already the pot, the cazuela that's heating up. I'm gonna add maybe, I don't know, like a cup of oil, because trust me guys, mole has a lot of oil in it. Okay, so don't think this is gonna be a diet recipe or sort of like that. No, mole has a lot of oil in it. So I'm gonna wait for this to heat up, and then I'm gonna start with the chicken. Okay, so the chicken is already clean and everything, so I already placed a cup of oil, and I'm gonna add all of the pieces of chicken. Okay, so now that I added the chicken, I'm going to cook this for about 30 minutes. You know, the main thing that I want right now is to take a lot of the chicken natural oils from the skin, so that we can have a nice and flavorful mole, okay? So I'm gonna cook this just as it is. I'm just gonna add a little bit of salt to cook this, and then I will see you back in 30 minutes, okay? You can also use pork meat. I have here some ribs that I had on the fridge for a very long time that I haven't used, so I'm gonna add these right now too. chicken and pork goes very well with mole. Okay, now this has been for about 30 minutes here, releasing its natural oils. So now it's time for me to add the mole, okay? So I want to add it. This still is going to cook for about 1 more hour. And it's going to change its color. So as for right now, just leave it here cooking. Try to mix it from time to time because at the bottom it can get burned. Okay, so mole is one of those dishes that burns very quickly. So after 1 hour, I will come back and show you what is the difference. Okay, so the mole has been here for 1 hour. So I haven't done nothing to it. The only thing I have done is mixing it from every 5 to 10 minutes, and whatever is left here on the top, you can take a strainer, you can take a spatula or something and take everything that's going up and place it down like this. And right now what I'm going to add is the chocolate. Okay, I'm going to add the whole thing like this. And I'm going to leave this here until the meat is cooked. Okay, right now I think it still needs a little bit more, maybe another 20 minutes for the meat to cook. And what we're going to do at the very end is to see if it does need more salt, because right now we added chocolate, which is sweet, and if you add salt right now, it's not going to taste, you're not going to be able to tell the difference because you're adding sweet and salty at the same time. So I'm going to wait 20 more minutes. By that time the chocolate should be already mixed with the chocolate should be dissolved by that time. At the very end, we can taste it and see if it does need salt. It will need it, but then you will be able to tell how much it's going to need, okay? If you see that the sauce is very thick, you can add water, okay? It's just up to you if you want it thin or thick. But if you want some advice, after you add the chocolate, I suggest you add about 4 quarts of water and make it loose and leave it there in the stove. Forget about it for 2 hours, just moving it from time to time. And when it thickens up, the flavor is gonna be very light and not like, you know, sometimes you eat something and you just eat it a little bit and then you're like, oh, I don't want to eat no more. It's gonna be much better if you add the water after you add the chocolate. But it's completely up to you. If you want it on the thick side, don't add it. But if you want some advice, just leave it there for a long time and the flavor will get much better. Mole is one of those dishes that with the time gets better and better. And if you can make it 1 day before, much better, okay? Okay, so the mole is done. The chicken it's already cooked. What I'm gonna add is salt because it does need probably 2 or 3 tablespoons, okay? So mix it, mix the salt, let it boil for a couple of more minutes and it's gonna be done. So I'm gonna serve a plate and show you what the final dish looks like. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video recipe. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. See you next time. Bye.